Be back a bit more of a traditional World Juniors.
Yeah, it's really exciting. It's a little bit ironic, I guess, maybe, or I don't know if that's the right word or not, but to be in Ottawa also because that was my first one. I started in Ottawa with Pat Quinn, and so got right off the hop in the first one being in Canada with the hype and in a hockey city, and to be able to do it all these years later in the same environment, and if anything, the hype probably is built, and so yeah, really looking forward to it.
What does the city of Ottawa mean to you?
Great city. It's a great city. This is my second stint there. It's first of all, as a city, it's great in terms of it basically forces you outside. With all the biking paths and being close to Gatineau Park and the canal and yeah, it's real. It's good. And then of course with the hockey environment, it's an NHL city and to work with the group I work with in OSEG, it's run like an NHL city. The people in OSEG, Roger Greenberg and Adrian and Mark and Bordy and Jan, it's like being in the NHL in terms of all the things you have available to make your club a good one.
So this week, 6 days, 4 games. Like, what do you want to get out of this week?
Well, I'm really glad that there's 4 games like in the summer because to try to evaluate in the summer just through practices is really difficult to do. So games which will bring the emotion level up, which will make the games faster, which will make the games more competitive because you're playing against obviously teams that you're going to face down the road. It's great. So basically, want to lay the foundation, the blueprint of how we want to play, the style we want to play, but the other big thing I want to give this group of 40 is obviously we have to cut down. So I want them to know what we're looking for, what we're evaluating, and hence what they're going to be evaluated on. That's the big thing I want them to leave. And then, of course, with the guys that aren't in the OHL, it gives me a real good look. And so when we're doing our evaluations through Zoom as the season goes, at least now I've seen them and I have an idea.
How can someone impress you this week?
Well, it's like all best on best tournaments. The games are going to come down to 2 or 3 plays, so it's going to be about whoever can make those plays is usually the team that wins. So the analogy I've used for a long time, it's the teams that usually wins are the ones that can do it the longest, the hardest, and so we're looking for guys that can stay the game and be very comfortable in close games.
How difficult is it when you're going through the selection process because you've got talent upon talent, but you're also trying to team build in filling out certain roles when you're kind of looking up and down on who's in camp?
Yeah, we won't tie too much into any final decision, right? So it's just you do it in stages. So it'll just be a blueprint, and you have to realize it's summer hockey. It's 40 guys and. They all get in here. You can imagine it's a whirlwind for them, coming in to try to make this team, which is very, very important to them and all the hype and stuff like that. So we just have to make sure that we recognize those factors as a group and we cut them some slack in terms of that and just slowly build.
What went into the decision to split the teams the way you did with the returnees all on one team?
Well, we're going to, because we have so many, the returnees are going to go home after the Sweden game.
Okay.
So it just made sense to put them all in the same group and get to look at them as a group and then when they go home and then be able to bring the other guys in now and obviously divide them up and get some boosts for them.
What's it like having Easton Cowan on your side after seeing what he does in the OHL?
Yeah, real good player. I mean, real good player. But he's not alone in that category. We got a lot of real good players. He probably doesn't sting me as much as I got to watch Seneke after they beat his 4 straight in the playoffs. And that. No, but all good kids, all really high-end kids, and this is another chance for them now to spend some time with the best. These kids here are right now at this time. The ones that are team probably the best in their age group, and so any time as a player even as good as you are of Easton is that to get in and have to compete against the other guys that are right in your ballpark in terms of talent makes you better.
What is the style of play that your Team Canada is going to have this winter?
well, I don't know if you can sum it up in one word or something like that, but all the good teams, if you watch the playoffs, you watch all the comments in the playoffs from players, from coaches, and from media, is that it's the best team that wins. Everybody's going to be in the same ballpark because it's best on best with talent. So the big thing is who can be the best team, because at the end of the day, that's going to win. And when you have abundance of talent, that means the ice time spread, pretty evenly amongst. And a lot of these guys aren't used to even ice time and stuff like that. So it's to convince them that turn their talent over to the team, and that gives us our best chance.